So, I have two very important dates for you. The first is June 12th, 2004, and the second is August 4th, 2020. Now, that first important date, June 12th, 2004, is the day that my sister was born. And the second date, August 4th, 2020, is the day that she passed her written driver's test. Here's a picture of my sister and I. That's her in the blue. I have known her whole life. Ever since I was about 3.5, she's been there. And she's been there when no one else could drive to Dairy Queen, so I had to drive and get the blizzards. She was there when no one else could take her to her friend's house, so I had to drive because I was the only one able to. I've had to pick her up, I've had to drop her off, I had to take her to get food, take her to the store. And now finally, she is one step closer to getting her license and being able to do that on her own. Now, it wasn't an easy story because she already tried to take the test before, and following in my footsteps, she unfortunately did not pass that first time. But even in the midst and in the face of all this trial and tragedy and challenge, she did not give up. They told her to study, and so she did. She took fantastic notes about driver's ed, about the rules of the road. And when she went back to that 911 driving school on August 4th, 2020 at 5 p.m., she passed. Now, we didn't know right away, of course. It was my grandma's birthday, and so we were all at her house getting ready to have dinner, and my mom missed the phone call, so my sister Abby had to go into the bathroom and listen to the voicemail, awaiting her fate. We waited anxiously to find out the results, and when she came out of that bathroom, she said, and I quote, "You don't have to disown me." She had passed her test. I was so glad she had passed her test, not only because it was one step closer to getting her license and being on the road, but also because she was following in my footsteps. Like I said, I too did not pass my driver's test on the first try, but I passed it the second try. And her not passing the first try also meant that I didn't look as bad. So we're very connected in that way. Overall, I'm just very proud of her and the work she's put in to her driver's ed and her learning to pass the written test, and hopefully soon she will pass the driver's test as well. But in the meantime, I would just like to thank her for passing this test and being closer to getting her license so that I don't have to drive her around and my parents don't have to drive her around, and instead she can drive me around and she can drive me to get the ice cream this time. So I'm so proud of you, Abby, and congratulations on passing your driver's test. Thank you all for listening, and I hope you're as proud of her as I am.